In the quiet countryside of Cork, Ireland, lived a young man named Daniel O'Connor. Daniel was once a rescue volunteer, full of energy and purpose. But everything changed the day he lost his younger sister in a flood rescue mission that went wrong. After that tragedy, he quit his job, left his team, and returned to his late father's old farmhouse outside the village. People in town said he was still alive, but no longer living. He rarely spoke. He avoided visitors. Every day felt like an endless gray sky. The only thing he kept close was an old dog collar from his childhood pet. But Daniel never thought he would love again. One cold winter evening, while rain poured heavily over the fields, Daniel heard faint barking near his barn. At first, he ignored it. But the barking didn't stop. Reluctantly, he stepped outside with a flashlight and froze. A thin, injured stray dog stood near the fence. Its fur was soaked, its leg wounded, and its eyes trembling, but not with fear. With hope. Daniel hesitated. He hadn't taken care of anything, or anyone, for years. But something in the dog's eyes broke through his silence. Slowly, he carried the dog inside. He cleaned its wounds, wrapped its leg, and placed it near the fire. The dog didn't run away. It stayed. He named it Milo. Days passed, then weeks. Milo never left his side. Whenever Daniel sat in silence staring at the wall, Milo would rest its head on his lap. Whenever nightmares woke him at night, Milo would nudge him awake and stay beside him until he calmed down. For the first time since his sister's death, Daniel felt something warm returning inside him. Not happiness, but connection. And slowly, he began talking again, not to people, but to Milo. He would whisper memories, regrets, and things he never dared say out loud. And strangely, the dog would just listen, as if understanding every word without judgment. One night, Daniel even broke down crying in front of the fireplace. He didn't hide it. Milo simply pressed closer, refusing to move, as if saying, "You don't have to carry it alone anymore." Days later, Daniel started doing something he hadn't done in years. He opened the old storage room and found his rescue gear. At first, he just stared at it. Then he cleaned it slowly, piece by piece. Milo watched him the whole time, wagging its tail softly, as if waiting for him to return to the world. That was the first time Daniel realized something important. Healing doesn't arrive loudly, it grows quietly, like light returning after a long night. One morning, heavy snow began to fall across Cork. A storm warning was announced. Rivers were rising again. Daniel ignored it, until he heard barking outside. Milo was restless, pulling at his coat, refusing to stay inside. Then suddenly, Milo ran toward the forest. Something in Daniel made him follow. "Milo, come back." But the dog didn't stop. Through the snowstorm, Milo led him deeper into the woods. Until Daniel heard it. A faint cry. A group of hikers had fallen near a frozen ravine. One of them was trapped under debris, unable to move as the river below began to rise. Panic filled the air. Daniel rushed to help. But the ground beneath them was unstable. And then he realized something terrifying. If they didn't move fast, everyone would be swept away. Milo barked loudly, running back and forth along a narrow path. It was as if the dog was pointing toward safety. Daniel hesitated for only a second, then trusted him. "Follow the dog," he shouted. One by one, he guided the hikers through the dangerous trail Milo revealed. Snow whipped across their faces. The wind screamed. But Milo never stopped moving. Even when Daniel slipped, Milo pulled at his jacket. Even when fear froze him, Milo stayed in front of him like a living compass. Finally, they reached higher ground just as the river collapsed below. Everyone survived. But Milo collapsed in the snow, exhausted. Daniel knelt beside him, shaking. You knew," he whispered. "You knew they were there." Milo simply looked at him. And for a moment, Daniel felt something he hadn't felt in years. Peace. From that day on, Daniel returned to rescue work. But he was no longer the same man. Because he had learned something important. Healing doesn't always come from forgetting the past. Sometimes it comes from something unexpected that chooses to stay with you. And that something was a dog who refused to give up on him. Sometimes, healing doesn't come from people who understand your pain, but from a loyal presence that stays beside you even when you don't understand yourself. Love can come in silent forms, and even animals can become the light that pulls us back to life, even when we no longer believe we deserve saving. If an animal could see through your pain and never leave your side, would you still call it just a pet, or something far more powerful?